I'm kind of whispering because Jack is still upstairs sleeping. I don't know why, but I'm like naturally getting up so much earlier, like before my alarm. I think it's because the days are getting lighter. It's so bright outside now, and I've just naturally got up, which has just been great because I struggle to get up as much as most people, but when it's dark, it's just horrible, isn't it? It's so horrible and like not motivating and just not the one. This vlog, I have to just kind of clear some things up because basically this vlog was going to be the Garnier vlog, and I have edited that video and that was going to go out today, but I've switched it because basically it's just such a short video. It's like 10 minutes long, and I was trying to make it a little bit longer, but then I was just like, it's just not, it is enough for a video, but like it's either got to be like in another video or I just posted it. So please let me know if you want me to post it, and I might post it as like a little bonus video next week, or just have it as like a little one to just get me through, because I have been ahead in February. I think I said to you guys that like in February I was like a video ahead, and it was just so great because I was really struggling towards the end of last year to have the time to edit, because obviously I work full time and it's just so hard. We're gonna do a reading vlog. I read a little bit of Wild Tide, and then I want to talk you through all the books I read in February, because I actually read a lot and I feel like I haven't actually debriefed and spoke to you about what I read. I have been sat here with my gua sha because I haven't done it in a couple of days. I think I have said in a vlog though, but I was gonna get the masseter Botox. I didn't really want to, but it's because I clench my jaw basically, and this has been helping so much, just like release some tension in my jaw, so I would recommend. Oh, I've just realised I need to update my Fable. I'm gonna read some Wildside, then get ready, and then we'll catch up about the books, okay? Right, I've just finished the first chapter and then it's just jumped to 2 years later. What the hell? I really liked that chapter as well. That was really good. I think I'm gonna like this. I mean, I know I'm gonna like it because it's Elsie SIlver, but that was juicy, that first chapter. Gonna keep going. I'm on chapter 3, and I'm not going to stop every chapter, but this is so much darker than what I anticipated. I think there's so many clues in the previous book as to like what's going on, or like it's like really confusing, like why Tabitha and Reese are like together, and oh my goodness, so much was just told in that chapter, and I'm so interested to see, like it's so much darker than what I anticipated, and I feel like none of Elsie's books are like that. But oh my god, like yeah, just so interesting. This smells amazing. But 59, there we go. So good. Right, we've got my makeup. I've popped you there and I've popped a mirror here. So I've rejigged everything in here. But I keep coming back like a revolving door. Jack's on the phone, so I hope you can't really hear him, but I'm just gonna put my makeup on. I've been loving this. You would have seen I bought it in the couple of vlogs ago now, but yeah, really like it. I still think I prefer the Garnier Glow because it's got the SPF in it, but this is really nice, especially like when I'm working from home or just want a bit of colour. It's actually very similar to, is it the By Terry? So I had the By Terry like CC cream. I got it for like my birthday a couple of years ago because obviously it's super expensive, and it's actually kind of the same vibe I think as that. The only thing I would say is I did buy the Infallible Brows from L'Oreal. You would have seen. But guys, it's broken. Like, you need to be really careful with how you like twist it because it literally lasted me a week. So don't know about that. Yeah, you have to be really careful with how high up you do it. I actually put makeup on yesterday and I was saying in I think the previous video that like it's so hard when you work from home to like make yourself all done up, but that is a goal for this month, is to just feel better, because I do feel better once I'm like all done up. Put my bronzer on. I purposely that does not look good. I haven't tanned yet because I'm trying to push it, because I'm going to see Sabrina Carpenter this weekend and I'm so excited. If you follow me on Instagram, I'll probably share more over there. So excited, especially since she released like the Deluxe album, because I really like the songs, like that 15 minutes, is it 15 minutes? I can do a lot in 15 minutes. Love that. I'm low-key hoping she brings Dolly Parton out on the stage, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. So good. Love this. Last but not least, my absolute favourite Holy Grail product. So good. I've got quite a bit of work to do, so I'm gonna just do some bits, catch up on some bits, because I ended up having last Friday off because things were just really busy, so I've got to catch up. So yeah, but I'm definitely gonna give myself a break today because I want to read more Wild Side, and she's gonna look so cute on the shelf there. I did get a foiled edition from Wild Eyes from WH Smith, but they weren't in there. When my friend went to get Wild Side, she wanted to get the foiled editions, but they weren't in there, which is fine. I mean, literally, I've got the Wild Love that's the normal edition anyway. But yeah, they didn't have them. They didn't have them, which was a shame. But something that I will say is last time when I pre-ordered Wild Eyes, I paid full price, and then I was really annoyed because when I went to WH Smith to go and pick it up, they were all discounted, all of the new release copies, like half price. So I purposely didn't pre-order the new book because I was like, they're going to be half price, and they were. £5. Anyway, right, I better get on, do some work, and I don't want to work, I just want to read the book. This is a constant battle that I have. The light in here makes me so happy. It's so lovely. Right, I've made another coffee and I'm gonna get my Fable up because I'm gonna go through my books that I read in February. I have spoken about as well my reading journal that my friend Laura got for me. And I probably will go through this a little bit this afternoon just to kind of keep it up to date because I haven't written in it in a while, so I've brought it downstairs. If I go through my Fable, so if you don't follow me, I've really been enjoying the app Fable to kind of just keep track of my books, and there's like just a lovely community on there. So I'm at Donatella if you want to follow me on there. As you know, I've switched to a bit of a Kindle girly, and I will say I have really enjoyed reading books on this last month. Like I've said so many times, I think I said in the previous video, but I'm just getting through the books so much quicker. I love the fact I can highlight. I mean, earlier on I was literally reading Wildside and I just wanted to highlight bits. So let me start with the first book that I read in Feb, which was, I don't know if you can see that, The Do-Over by Lynn Painter. And I read this because at the end of January I read Better Than the Movies and I really enjoyed it. I just really wanted something that just let you just switch off and like was quite cheesy, but like everything that I wanted, and I loved that for Better Than the Movies. It was set around Valentine's Day, which obviously was perfect, beginning of February, like what I wanted to read. These are all like the Lynn Painter books. Basically it's about a girl called Emily and she's essentially doing over Valentine's Day. She lives Valentine's Day through and she sees that like her boyfriend cheats on her and like she has a really bad day, and essentially she wakes up again and the day repeats, so it's like what she does differently. I rated it, what did I rate it? I rated it 3 stars. Then I went on to read because I went on TikTok and I thought I saw a book talk that basically was saying like I forget that book talk exists, and it was so true because I literally obviously create like videos for people to recommend like of books and stuff, but I completely forget to like use it to find recommendations myself. And I saw this girl do a video of basically loads of Valentine's novellas that I think were released this year, and there was one by Abby Jimenez, and if you followed me for a while, you know I love Abby Jimenez. I read some of her books in the summer and fell in love with them. They are beautiful books. Oh, she's just a credible writer. And I saw that she had written a little Valentine's novella, so I quickly downloaded that on Kindle Unlimited and read that literally in one sitting. I think it was like 60 pages. The World's Worst Wingman is what it's called, and that's the little novella in there. I just wanted it to be longer. It was so good. I literally was so invested. I think I rated it five stars or 4.5 stars. I literally loved it. There were so many things I highlighted on the Kindle, and I think it was because the male main character was like a tradie essentially, and I really just liked him as a character because obviously Jack is a tradie, the humour was kind of the same, and I just really liked him as a character. And there were so many things that like just stuck in my head, and one main thing that stuck in my head was you are responsible for your own unhappiness, and I just loved that because it's true. I think it was you are responsible for your own unhappiness. If you don't like your life, change it. And literally that just came off my head, like literally it was so much. I shared on TikTok how much I loved it, and the comments were like, oh my god, literally this was so good, I needed the whole book. This girl who just like has this like really awkward meet cute with this guy, and then ends up like they leave notes to each other back and forth, and it was just really cute. These are all the little novellas that were launched this Valentine's Day, and they were just so cute. So if you just even did want something still like that, there's Christina Lauren, Abby Jimenez, Sally Thorne, Jasmine Guillory, Ashley Poston, which we love, and Sarah Wilson. So then after that, because I'd read quite a few books back to back on the Kindle, on Kindle Unlimited, I picked up one of the Afterglow books that I was sent by Mills and Boon. If you don't know, I am a Mills and Boon rep, so if you want to get any discounts on books, 50% off subscriptions, 30% off books, like it's so good, so definitely below. And I have to be really honest and say this wasn't my favourite Afterglow book that I've read. So sorry, you can hear like all of these sounds. There's my washing machine and the shower, so I'm so sorry. Concept around this book was really cool, I thought. I feel like there's a lot of like depth to the characters in the sense it's called Love in Translation, sorry. And she's a translator that works for the UN, and he's just like this adventurer, explorer, like real free spirit, and obviously she's very like follow the rules kind of girl. So there's that dynamic, which was quite nice. I just didn't love it because it was the third person, is that what it is? Where like it's not in first person or it's not in point of view, and I think I did really struggle with that because a lot of the books that I have been reading have been dual point of view of like male female, and I do think that if this book was like that, I think I would have enjoyed it more because I just didn't really get on board with it. It wasn't my favourite. I think I've given it 2.5 stars. Talking of that kind of writing style, I forgot to say the first book that I did finish in February, because this kind of like overlapped from January to February, was A Court of Silver Flames, and it has a special place in my heart. You guys know, I'm definitely a romance girl. I like kind of the predictability of it. I like to just switch off. I like the happy ending. No love story is the same, I will say that, but I've definitely dabbled in the fantasy, and I just had to finish ACOTAR, and I just was whacking them out because they're such big books. I've said so many times, they just intimidate me. But what I was doing with The Court of Silver Flames was actually listening to it on audiobook as well. I have never done that before. I'd never ever listened to an audiobook. I think, no, tell a lie, I had, but it was like non-fiction, not a fiction one, and the voices of the audiobook were just something else. Like it was quite embarrassing actually. I was literally like in Sainsbury's like getting my food, and then there's like Cassian and Nesta like getting at it, and I'm like no one has any idea what's going on in my headphones. So it was quite funny, and if you've read ACOTAR you will know, but I'm not going to tell you any spoilers because that was the last book of ACOTAR, I believe. I'm so glad I did it because there's moments in that book that have just stuck with me, and this isn't a spoiler, but she's basically training to like be a warrior essentially in that book, and I really loved it. It was hard to get on board with because again it wasn't written in point of view, because the other books are written from Feyre's point of view, and this was just like third person Nesta, which was already weird, but like I didn't notice it as much, and I think the audiobook helped with that. But yeah, I gave it 5 stars, I think. Yeah, 5 stars. It was good. It was really good. I had to include that one in there because I did technically read that at the beginning of Feb, which is why then I went on to the Valentine's books. And also just like palette cleansers, because after reading something as like hefty as ACOTAR, I just needed something that was just like easy, predictable kind of thing. And then obviously I did the reread of Wild Love and Wild Eyes, which, guys, I just lived my best life rereading those books. There was something about reading them again that just brought me so much joy, and there were so many details that I forgot, particularly more in Wild Love because I had read Wild Eyes relatively recently when it came out, but there was definitely nuggets in it that has led me to obviously now read this book. So March is filled with, starting with this, and this is the first book of March, which, there's just something, Elsie SIlver just has my heart, she really, really does. That's what I'm doing this month, and then I'm gonna go straight into the Boys of Tommen series, I think. Purely for 2 reasons. Obviously, you would have seen in the previous video, Georgia very kindly sent me that voucher to go and get it with the prompt and everything. I'll leave that video above if you hadn't seen that already. I think I will read some of it on the Kindle as well because I've got a really busy next couple of weeks with work, and I'm traveling a lot of different places. So I think the Kindle's just going to be more practical, which is crazy to me because I've been a physical book girl for so long that it's just mad. But I just think it's going to be more practical than me taking around like the 700-page Boys of Tommen book.
That being said, obviously you can have it on the Kindle as well, but also because I am so busy over the next couple of weeks with work, it will just be nice to know what book I'm reading next. There's like a few books in that series and I can just get into it. I've been loving the series. I've said it before, I will say it again. I love having the list, but it just kind of intimidates me and I punish myself if I don't manage to get through all of the books. And I think because Boys of Tommen is obviously quite a big book, I think that by the time I finish this and then start that, I think it'll be perfect. But I'll probably get on to reading this a bit more, and I think I might make myself some pancakes because it was pancake day yesterday and I had pancakes and I want them again. So that's what I might do. And then I want to go through this because I haven't kept up to date with this, particularly more with like the written list because I've been doing it on Fable. So it'd just be nice to kind of like track it a bit more. So yeah, that's the plan. I haven't vlogged anymore purely because I have just been invested in this book. You can see by my light, which I actually need to charge because it was starting to flicker a little bit last night. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And I knew I was gonna because Elsie does never let me down, but it's kind of giving me like the hopeless vibes from Chestnut Springs. They've just got married basically. And I don't want to give any more spoilers, but I think we can all tell that I'm gonna love where it's going. Anyway, I will say if no one has read the Rose Hill series, I would definitely recommend. I think I actually read Wild Love. Oh, it's falling out. Can't have that. I think I actually read Wild Love before I read Chestnut Springs, and I think on Elsie Silver's website it says that you should read Rose Hill before Chestnut Springs, I think. So it's still quite early. I've got a couple of meetings this morning and then Jack and I are heading to the town hall to give notice of our wedding, which is crazy. I didn't know this was a thing, but we basically have to like be signed off by the UK to get married abroad, I think. That's what we're doing anyway. So yeah, excited for that. And I'm probably gonna end this video here because I'm gonna have a glow up ready for Sabrina Carpenter on Sunday, and I'm so excited. I can't believe I'm actually going. Like, I think it was like a really spontaneous book of the tickets, and now it's like come around. I'm like, oh, I'm obsessed. So yeah, I'm gonna glow up, plan my outfit for that, and leave this video here. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed us getting into spring. If you're new here, please subscribe. I think I have got a few new girlies, so thank you so much for joining me. And yeah, I will see you next week for another video. But anyway, bye guys.